Will be surprised by how smart your dog really is. Also, there are some facts that every dog owner should know, so let's get started. Number 15. A group of male dogs is called a clutter. Did you know that? The term clutter comes from an old word meaning to castrate. In the past, people used to castrate young male dogs before they reached sexual maturity. Nowadays, neutering is still common practice for male dogs. But did you know that there is a different term for a group of spayed males? It's called a barrow. How interesting is that? Number 14. Dogs can have different types of sweat glands. When you touch your dog's nose, you might notice that it feels wet. That's because dogs have sweat glands in their noses that help them cool down. And guess what? They also have sweat glands on their paws. These are located between the paw pads and help with traction while running. And yes, dogs do sweat through their skin, but not as much as humans. So if you see your dog panting, it's not because he's hot, but because he needs to cool down. Number 13. In England, the Speaker of the House is not allowed to speak. That's right. Speaker of the House in England is not allowed to say a word during parliamentary debates. This rule has been in place for centuries, and no one is sure why it was introduced. Some people believe that it was to prevent the Speaker from showing bias towards certain members of Parliament. Others think it was simply a way to ensure that the Speaker would remain impartial and objective. Whatever the reason, this unusual rule has become an important part of British parliamentary tradition. Number 12. Do you know how fast your dog's heartbeat can go? When your dog is at rest, his heartbeat is around 60 to 100 beats per minute. But when he's excited or scared, it can go up to 200 beats per minute. That's 4 times faster than a human's heartbeat. So next time you see your furry friend running around the yard, just remember that his heart is working overtime. Number 11. A broken heart can be a legitimate cause of death in dogs. Next time you hear someone say, "I'm so happy I could die," just remember that it's possible for a dog to die from a broken heart. Next time you watch Marley and Me, pay close attention to how the dog acts when his owner leaves him. A broken heart can cause a range of symptoms in dogs, including loss of appetite, lethargy, and even death. So it's important to be aware of the signs and seek veterinary help. If you notice any changes in your dog's behavior or health. Number 10. If your dog's tail is tucked between his legs, he's probably feeling a little scared or anxious. Dogs' tails are like their mood rings. When they're happy, their tails are high and wagging. But when they're scared, their tails are tucked between their legs. This is because the tail is a dog's primary means of communication. It conveys their emotional state to other dogs and to humans. So if your dog's tail is tucked between his legs, try to stay calm and reassuring. Speak in a soft voice and pet him gently until he feels more comfortable. Number 9. A dog's wet nose is a sign of good health. If your dog's nose is dry, it could mean that he's dehydrated. This can happen if he hasn't been drinking enough water or if he's been panting heavily. Dehydration can also be a sign of a more serious problem, such as kidney disease or diabetes. So if you notice that your dog's nose is dry and he's not acting right, take him to the vet right away. Number 8. The smallest dog breed in the world is the Chihuahua. They typically weigh less than 6 pounds and stand less than 6 inches tall. Despite their small size, Chihuahuas are big in personality and are known for being intelligent, playful, and affectionate dogs. Number 7. Ever wondered why your dog likes the sound of his own name? It's because it sounds like a whistle to us. To dogs, their name sounds like a whistle, which is why they come when you call them. Dogs can hear sounds that are much higher pitched than humans can. So when you call your dog's name, he's actually hearing a higher pitched whistle. That's why he comes when you call him, even if you're not using a leash or other restraint. This is an example of how dogs use their acute hearing to their advantage. No, 6 dog saliva contains enzymes that can help heal wounds. If your dog licks you, it may feel a little bit weird, but it's actually helping to clean and disinfect the wound. Dog saliva also has anti-inflammatory properties that can reduce redness and swelling. So if you ever get a cut or scrape, consider letting your furry friend give you a little lick. Just make sure he doesn't eat the Band-Aid. Number 5. Do you want to know how long your dog will live? It depends on his size. Small dogs tend to live longer than large dogs. For example, the average lifespan of a Chihuahua is 14 to 20 years, while the average lifespan of a Great Dane is only 8 to 12 years. The reason for this is not entirely clear, but it's thought to be due to a combination of factors, including genetics, body size, and lifestyle. Whatever the reason, it's clear that size does matter when it comes to the lifespan of a dog. So if you want your furry friend to live as long as possible, choose a smaller breed. Number 4. A dog's sense of smell is more than 100 times better than a human's. They can use their noses to detect things like explosives, drugs, and even cancer. Some dogs are even trained to sniff out missing persons. A dog's sense of smell is so powerful that it can pick up scents that are 100 times fainter than what a human can detect. Their noses are also much larger than ours, which gives them a huge advantage when it comes to sniffing out clues. A dog's sense of smell is truly amazing, and it is something that we humans can only dream of. No. 3. Ever wonder why your dog gets so excited when you come home? It's because he's happy to see you. Dogs are social creatures who thrive on interaction. When you come home, he's excited because he hasn't seen you in a while and wants to say hello. Dogs also get excited when you leave because they don't want you to go. But don't worry, it's not because he's trying to control you. It's just a little needy and wants some attention. Number 2, did you know that dogs can help kids with autism? Kids with autism often have a hard time socializing. But when they interact with a dog, they learn how to read social cues and develop empathy. Dogs are also great at providing comfort and support. They can be a great source of emotional support for kids with autism. Some dogs are even trained to do specific tasks to help kids with autism, like fetching objects or providing physical assistance. With the help of a dog, kids with autism can learn how to socialize and function in everyday life. No one, the oldest dog ever lived to be 31 years old. That's older than most humans. The dog's name was Bluey, and he was an Australian cattle dog. Dewey was born in 1919 and died in 1950. He was owned by the same family for his entire life, and he lived on a farm in the countryside. Dewey was well loved by his family, and he had a long and happy life. He was a loyal and hardworking dog who helped out on the farm. Bluey is now considered to be the oldest dog that has ever lived. His story is an amazing example of the bond that can exist between a dog and his owner. Thanks for watching. We hope you learned something new and interesting about dogs. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos like this one.